December 26th, 2025. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And we got so much stuff going on here in Kansas City and Independence, Missouri, even north of the river when it comes to drugs and stuff and the homeless. I thought me and my friend here, we're going to discuss this a little bit. I can't get both of us in the video part right now, so I'm going to show him here next, and then we're going to look at some of these videos, and we're going to talk about Independence and north of the river and a little bit of everywhere here in Kansas City. So hold on. Pan over. There's my friend. Say hi, Tom. So hold on, guys. Okay, guys. So what you're looking at is the Burger King up there by Worlds of Fun, by North Kansas City, by Ameristar. You know, it's one up there by Wendy's, and I think it's that Quick Trip and stuff up there. Well, what you're noticing here, I'm sitting across from my son, but what you're looking at, do you see that guy with that hat on? Now, there's some homeless people up there. Some of them deal drugs up there. I've shown this before. They used to hang over by Taco Bell. Now, I think Taco Bell run them out. But Burger King here is letting them live inside this place. Not good. Now, we sat here, me and my son did, for 20 minutes waiting to get a hamburger. But it ain't the half of it. What you're looking at, what that guy's looking down at, he's got a dog sitting there. And it's not a service dog. Now, me and my friend here, I wanted him to take a look at this, kind of put his 2 cents into it, because this dog here isn't a service dog. You know, I took my friend to the VA just a couple days back, had to get a checkup. And all the service dogs there had harnesses that said actually service dog on them. And this guy, this homeless guy, he just got baby toys sitting over there with this dog, and it's laying on the bench even. I mean, there's kids coming in here and stuff. There was a family that come in here when me and my son left, and they act like they were half afraid of these guys coming in. But I'm going to show a guy that comes in here, and it looked like there was a drug drop. They're using this Burger King, another place to move these drugs. And I'm going to actually show that. There's 3 of the homeless supposedly guys that one of them's really hyped up. He's always bouncing around. Now this is over 20 minutes. We had to sit here 20 minutes to get our burger. Now I'm not going to show all 20 minutes of this, but I want to explain what's going on here. And there's going to be another guy that's going to pull up in a pickup truck. And why I'm talking about this guy comes in the door. He looks around like he's looking for the one guy that's kind of jittery. But before that, there was a guy that went to the bathroom with a backpack. And to me, this looked like a drop because you know how long he went in this bathroom for? You couldn't even pee, is how quick this guy. 29 seconds. 29 seconds. And then he was back out of Burger King. And this guy looked a little bit more higher class. He was in a vehicle, driving stuff. So maybe something Clay Como should take a look at up there by Ameristar. But I'm going to show this real quick. So let's go on. I'm going to advance this. And as you can see, I don't know, see if I can go over by the time here. This went on, like I say, we were there, we waited 20 minutes just to get a burger here. But now hold on. I'm going to go through 2 other segments or 3 other ones here. And there was a couple other people come in here during the time period, but it amazes me how they allow these drugs and this stuff to go on. Now, these guys went in and out of this place like they're living there. And you just see that. And you see this guy right here? See the one that's got the hood-like hat? This other guy's going to take this chief hat and throw it at him. Throw it over his shoulder. See him throw it over his shoulder? They're living there, man. This is Kansas City. We want to show what Kansas City's all about, drugs. And it's amazing that I can go to all these different places and see these people, but the police aren't cracking down on them. They're not doing nothing. Now this guy, his deal is he moves on a bicycle or electric, what am I saying? What's those things? Scooter. Yeah, scooter, electric scooter. And they're all on their phones, man. They're all on their phones. This guy, he bounces all around. But that isn't the guy I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guy comes in a fairly expensive truck. It comes in here, and he's in here for 29 seconds. That's what I'm going to show on this one part. Oh, not good. And then they go back up, and I never seen them buy anything. This guy goes back up. I need some water. Need some water. Yeah, it amazes me. There's a little redhead gal. I think she's one of the managers in here. I don't understand how they're letting this go on like that. Of course, maybe they like those drugs moving. As you can see here, I wanted to show this. Now, this is just a few days back. This is less than 7 days ago. And I hadn't posted some of this because, like I say, I wanted to wait till after Christmas. But since last night, it was psychotic over here in Independence and everywhere else, I thought we'd go ahead and get it on here and show this here. Now, I'm going to go on to my last 4 segments. See, this is almost 40 minutes was there. And this is a joke. And let me go back. This bunch here, this was a family. And they got over there, and they acted like they were scared of these guys here. They were over. I've seen this family in there before, too. And it's like why are they letting them live in here? And the health department's going to let this guy have this dog. It's not even a service dog. See, it's another one of these deals where you call them up and everything gets kind of, what do you call it? Put in the can. Is that the turd can, I think? Maybe that's a better quality word to say in here. The turd can here. When you try to call up about like the health department and other different places and they let this stuff go on. Well, don't you want your kids laying on a bench where all the dogs that aren't service dogs there? Oh, man, not good. But these guys usually used to hang out. They got in a fight one time, even across over there at Taco Bell. But they're like I say, they get high as a kite and stuff. Not good, guys. But I'm going to bring this on over here to about 8 minutes. And here's, let's see if I can go back here. There was a guy that one of these guys took a backpack in there. And I'm not going to try to locate that right now, but I am going to show this guy that comes in here and has to go to this bathroom in 29 seconds. Let me just get it on through here. Let's see. Well, here's this guy. Let's see. Now, if you guys can see this guy too good, let's see if I can zoom this in. Maybe I'll see if I can zoom this in a little bit. Let's see if I can get it to go in a little bit. This guy right here, he is driving a pretty good pickup truck, but the time is at 8:03. Now, these 3 guys, one of those guys took a backpack in there, and then he came back out with the backpack. But this guy's going to be in this bathroom for only 29 seconds. Now, this guy's looking around, guys. Watch this. He's looking for that guy, but he's looking to see if anybody's around. Look, man, that's how we move these drugs here in North Kansas City, up here by Claycomo, or Kansas City, or Independence. Now watch this. Watch that timer. Let's see. And he's gone. He went to the bathroom. He's gone, guys. He's out the door. Let me go back one more time, see if I can. There he is right there. See if I can dull that down a little bit here. Just hold on a second if I get this, because it's so bright. Here. See if I can. He looked like a good old boy. Mm-hmm. And there he come back out. Well, I'm done. I got my stuff. We're gonna make some money on that fentanyl, some cocaine tonight here in Kansas City. Now hold on. Okay, so we're coming back from up north the river, and we're going to talk about the homeless here too. It's really picked up in the last couple 3 days between now and Christmas here. It has been massive, and a lot of drugs, a lot of stuff moving on. But this guy was carrying a makeshift piece of wood that was pointed like a dagger. Now we're heading back eastward bound from 435 on 23rd Street. This was just several days ago. And this is a joke, man. I mean, you want to come to Kansas City here where it's safe? That ain't safe in Kansas City. There is no place safe. If they tell you that, then they're lying to you. But we're going to get up here. I'm gonna increase the light here a little bit on this, enhance this a little bit. It's gonna make it a little bit. Maybe I better not, because it's gonna make it. Let's see what I can get here. Oh yeah, I love the flashing lights too. Hey, it's a psychedelic deal. I mean, man, some of these things that we see through here, it's a joke. And see, now I think I can increase it a little bit here, so it's a little bit brighter, so we can see this guy. But he was swinging his piece of wood. Okay, now, okay, let's see. He's right here, and we're going to show it. I hit the high beam on because I was like, what the hell? Look at that. And there it is. This piece of wood is pointed. It's been whittled down as a dagger. And, I mean, what do you think of that, guys? Let's see if I can dim this down a little bit so you guys can see that. Yeah, oh, you can see that better. Look at that. Look at that, Tom.
See.
Now, you tell me, Tom, back in, we're X generation here from the 80s. Would the police allow that back in the 80s if you were walking along, whether it be a sword or anything like that along the street?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Now, hold on, guys. Now, don't forget, guys, this is a common thing here because I got several photos of several of these homeless people. This gal was a couple years back, was up at Wendy's on Nolan, and she was wielding a makeshift steel machete, hitting the glass window. She was going to actually try to cut the head off of the manager at Wendy's here. But the manager didn't come up in front. Thank God she didn't, because she would have been a goner with this gal, because she was high as a kite, and she was hitting the windows, almost busted the windows going out of Wendy's here. Good for independence, huh, guys? Oh, man. Not good at all. Now, hold on. Oh, yeah, guys. And this is that great, the 777 and Bake Place where the old Amico used to be up by Apple Market. Well, one morning there was some other stuff going on. And what surprises me is there's some people here that come up from Texas. They've got these Texas tags. They live here in Kansas or Missouri. But guess what? They don't have to get Missouri tags here by law, I guess. Here in Missouri, we don't enforce our laws here. Now, that's a Texas tag. I don't know if I can get this dark enough to where you guys can see that. Yeah, it's Texas. And some of this drug stuff is coming. I mean, it's all over the city. Now, this guy here, he went out towards Blue Springs. He was heading out towards Blue Springs, back towards Blue Springs. But this white pickup truck, you ain't gonna believe where it's going. Oh my gosh. Well, it's going to Sinclair. That's another one where they had, like about 30 of the homeless and druggies living there. See that white truck pulling in? Oh yeah, baby. And boy, they're still did. Oh, he did turn there, think about it. But then he went on. I did a U-turn and come back, and then he went on out towards Blue Springs. That's right. But I wanted to show that real quick, guys. Now, hold on. Now, where are we at here? We're down here at that BP station at 23rd and Chrysler right here. And what you see here, see where my cursor little arrow's at? These guys, they deal the fentanyl. I believe that's what those are, those blue pills. I'm not a pharmacy person. Do you think those are fentanyl, the blue ones, Tom?
Not sure.
Not sure. Okay. Well, guess what? These guys are, because, man, me and my son, we seen these guys count. I seen this one guy counting the other guy, counting these blue pills out to him down there. They've been doing this for years, and it's still going on. Cops come in, clear it for a while, and it's right back in again. And then it's right across from that. Is that CVS? I think it's either CVS or Walgreens across from here. It's so bad they got police like a security light lamps and 2 different deals with cameras everywhere. That's how bad it is down here. So you don't really want to be down in this area. This isn't a very good area anymore at all. Thinking this is only about what, about a mile and a half from the police station here in Independence? Not good, guys. Now hold on. Oh yeah, guys, and we sure don't want to forget the area over there, kind of by that what's that one restaurant? La Fuente's over there by 291 and 23rd Street. Now this vehicle here, I can't tell. It looks like a temp tag. I think that might be expired. I don't know for sure. But you know that park that's over there? Well, guess what? There's a whole bunch of druggies selling drugs over there, and there's also hookers that's also doing a lot of different things. And they're, like I say, there's a lot of stuff going on. Never know what you might miss there, guys. Probably nothing. Hold on. Here's another shot of that at 23rd and Chrysler again. There's both of them together. They look like they were almost kissing one another, but they weren't. I wonder what they were handing off to one another there. This is just a couple days ago. Like I say, didn't want to post this just before Christmas, but Christmas is done and gone now. So hold on, guys. Oh, yeah, guys. And this was just Christmas Eve. This guy, this black guy here, in this, I don't know if that's a Tahoe Suburban. Can you tell what that is, Tom? What is that?
That van.
This right here.
It looks like a Chevy Blazer.
Is Chevy Blazer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this guy, everybody's doing whatever it is down through there, about 35, 40 miles an hour down through there. I think it's 35, but people drive, like I say. But this guy, he decides to cross over with about 1 billion cars. I had about 1 billion cars behind me coming up here too. And he pulls right out in front of everybody. Now this guy, he don't have no tags on this vehicle. So that tells me something right there. If he gets hit, I'm sure he doesn't have no insurance. What do you think, guys? Not good. But he's coming off McCoy. And by the way, if Independence wants to do anything, they could set a cruiser down here and kind of watch these cars, because he don't have no license plate on this baby. I'm sure he's coming off McCoy all the time there, McCoy and 23rd Street. But let's go back just a little bit. Let's see here. This was crazy, man. Look at that. I had to slam on the brakes. Woo! That's crazy stuff, guys. Now hold on. Oh, yeah, and this is up in Raytown. I was coming back from my friend's place up over in Raytown, and this is an expired temp tag. Now, the thing of this is on this guy in this Jeep, he cut off in front of me, okay? And I'm thinking, yeah, if we would have gotten into a wreck and he would have run in front of me like that with this dash cam showing what he just did, can you imagine? And, I'm sure he doesn't have insurance in this Jeep. But what's so bad here in Independence, in Kansas City, Missouri, and all the rest, got all these ones that are criminals and crooks out here and drug dealers that are running these vehicles so they can't be traced. Now, it's something else they need to be cracking down on. Just like what I just showed you just a second ago on that, like, Blazer that guy was... For him to cut across with that many cars coming at that rate of speed, he had to be high. There's no way he couldn't be, because the reaction time's a lot slower. Now this thing here, this was a deliberate act here, but I'm going to go from this right into another vehicle. It's got another temp tag. Now watch this. Let's see. Let's see if I can go. Let me go if I can get through this real quick. Because this guy, he cut right in front of me. And then you wonder how all this stuff happens. Well, they're all trying to make money, stuff like that. That's crazy. But this guy, it's another one. Another temp tag. Oh, another one of those bait places and other places too. Not good. Oh, Raytown. Raytown's got a lot of drugs. Raytown's always had a lot of drugs. See if we get close enough to we see this temp tag. And it's blowing in the wind. Oh, I think that said 2024. Yeah, that one had one from 2024.
Amazing.
So that means this guy hasn't paid taxes on this vehicle. What is that, 2 years or better? Probably never paid taxes ever. And well, isn't that a joke? Now, how come I can drive from Raytown to here and catch these just driving from one time? It ain't like I'm out here looking. They're just constantly in front of you guys. Now, that's crazy stuff, man. Not good. Now, hold on. Okay, guys, so what you're looking at, Christmas Eve, we had some problems over here on East 47th Street South in Independence because they're trying to run those drugs again. There's a house I call the Bong House at the top of the hill at Chrysler and 47th Street because they pass out, they smoke their bongs and stuff, but there's other drugs going on. I mean, fentanyl, meth probably, cocaine, a little bit of everything. And they would crawl across the street. This has been going on for years too. It kills me. Independence can't never get this stopped. There's a guy up there that's got a Texas tag. It's had this Texas tag on this vehicle in the last several years since the COVID deal. And they've done nothing to these people. Well, they sure ain't trying to get those drugs off here in Independence, are they too much? But what you're looking at here, do you see these people here? There was guys and gals. This is Christmas Eve at 4 a.m. in the morning out in front of this place. Now, this is right across from Apple Market Costantino's up here. You see where my arrow's there? There's one of them. Now, they got these bright lights facing out so you can't see them real good. That's why they got these high-powered lights facing out. So if you try to photograph any of it, you can't really see it that good. But I wanted to show that, and I'm going to do this in slow motion and see what else we can do. I'm going to put this down to slow speed here. Make sure this is in slow speed. And let's see what else we can see real quick. But like I say, that was Christmas day. It was actually the day before Christmas is when this was at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Very strange.
Which would be Christmas Eve night. And that's crazy. That is crazy. Now, hold on, guys. Now, guys, this was a second pass that I went by at 4 a.m. And you can still see they were here. Well, who's out at 4 a.m. in the morning the day before Christmas like that? And all the men there sitting there smoking, doing their stuff. That's crazy. Look at all the cars, man. There's people hanging out of the cars and stuff. Not good. Not good at all. Now, hold on, guys. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up here in a couple minutes. We're going to buy that great 7-Eleven here on 40 Highway where you can pretty much buy anything that you need. We're going to make a left up here. Have to go buy the old vape Amico now and see what's hanging up out there. Do you think there's anything hanging up there, guys? What do you think, Tom?
Just a bunch of good folks just chilling out.
Yeah, just a bunch of good folks chilling out. That's right. I'm going to speed this up. I'm running out of time on my tablet, so I'm going to hurry this along a little bit. We're going to see. We still got them over here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a... See if I can lighten this real quick. Went too far. Oh, well, of course, there's one standing up there. Right over here, guys. That's their makeshift living area over here where they light their fires and stuff. And they always got some lookouts here. We got one here. And we got this other guy over here by the pump. he ain't getting no gasoline. They're just standing there. If you guys can see that. So hold on. See what else we got here. Oh yeah. And then there's a whole slew of them. These are different guys. There's a whole pack of them back between the Amoco vape station and over here. See this guy over here? See this other, there's a white guy here and there's a black guy over here. There's even another one down in between over there. Man, isn't this where you want to come? And then they got the 777 down here where you can go gamble. Well, I wondered, the thing of this is where all these ones are coming up and down my street over here, East 47th Street South. This is where they're moving those drugs up and down. And even last night was no exception. There was stuff that was going on. But wanted to show that real quick, guys. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Let's see if I can get this in a little bit clearer. I was trying to get this zoom in a little bit more so you can see him a little bit better. You can see him there. Man, not good. Anyway, I got some more stuff coming. And I'm sure this place will be going good tonight. Maybe if Kansas City, Missouri Police and Independence ain't too busy, and you know, they are getting some of those tax dollars from some of those people that actually pay the tax money in. Maybe they could scroll by here several times and up down 47th Street looking for these people. Because it just keeps on flowing, guys. Anyway, keep your eyes open and stay safe out there.